say this publicly. As we speak right now, the UK is trying to put me in jail. England, because Romania has failed, so England has picked up. And England's coming up to me with all this garbage, and they're going to try and charge me soon with some imaginary crimes.
Maybe it's why they'll drop the documentary.
Well, there you go. Of course, because you have to poison the public's mind.
Yep. To believe that you are this evil guy.
Right? So the UK is trying to put me in jail. And I'm saying this now on this podcast. Everyone listen to me. The UK is coming next. Romania's failed. UK's picked it up. And as the UK try and put me in jail, I sit and I wonder. I say, imagine being a prosecutor. I probably shouldn't say this stuff. I'm just going to say it. And you get paid, I don't know, $3,000 a month or whatever, $2,000 a month. And you're sitting there just looking through my whole life for months. Oh, he made money. Oh, that's a lot of money. That must be a crime. A Ferrari. Oh, that's a crime. Oh my God, and he has a nice watch. Crime. And just sitting there. The obsession. And for like 6 months, just sitting there.
Just analyzing
everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of weird that there's all these full-grown adults with this much obsession, making documentaries, trying to take me down, prosecutors in dark rooms going through my life, trying to take me down, ex-girlfriend blowing up my phone who I don't reply to anymore. Like, everyone's just like, it's weird. And I just wake up going, there's so many other people's lives which are just intertwined with mine or obsessed with the idea of trying to be involved in mine.
The Tate brothers have been arrested again. You know, this has been a prediction from Andrew Tate all along, and it has finally happened again. He predicted it. He said that the United Kingdom was trying their best to drag him down, and he doesn't understand why they are going after him. Let me just say this, okay? In everyone's life, right, there are things you have done that you are not proud of. And if police people or policemen go through your life and start asking every single person you've encountered or you've come across or you've dealt with, I'm sure they will find something you did that was unfavorable to those people, or something you did that those people find not welcoming, or you must have broken one law or the other. Maybe jump a red light, or did not pay your taxes on time, or didn't pay your parking ticket. There will be something that you've done that was against the law. Every single one of us, no matter who you are, if they had to re-examine, if someone had to go and turn your whole life upside down, believe it or not, they will find something that they can use against you. Every single one of us. So, the United Kingdom has decided that they would get Andrew Tate one way or the other. So I want you guys to watch this short video, and then I will give you my own take.
In January of this year, Andrew and his brother won an appeal. They were challenging Romanian authorities and their seizure of his assets. It was completely ridiculous. Despite there being no charges, they confiscated a ton of stuff, cars, money, 15 luxury cars, 14 designer watches, plus cash in various currencies worth an estimated 3.6 million euros or $3.9 million. All of that seized without having even brought charges. So yes, they said, you know what, we're going to reopen this. We're going to take a look at those seizures. Doesn't really make sense. And then on top of that, while they had initially had them in prison, they moved them to house arrest. And then from house arrest, they said, actually, you can move all throughout Romania. So again, things look like they were treading in the right direction for the Tate brothers until last night or this morning. If you're here in America, we woke up and wow, something has happened. And that something that has happened, well, Andrew Tate predicted it. Andrew had informed me that weird things were happening in the UK. Like as he's dealing with this case in Bucharest, he has friends that are messaging him saying, oh, the UK government has knocked on my door. They're asking questions, or they stopped me to ask questions, asking if I've ever been sexually trafficked by you. Utterly bizarre again. So what ended up happening last night or this morning, Andrew and his brother Tristan were detained again on Monday over alleged sexual aggression in a UK case dating back to 2012. Allegedly, 4 women say that between 2012 and 2015, that they reported Tate to the UK authorities for alleged sexual violence and physical abuse. And the Crown Prosecution Service, just to be clear, the CPS, that authority declined to prosecute him based on the evidence that those women had presented. So what happened next? Well, the alleged victims then went to crowdfunding. They publicly funded an effort to support their legal costs to pursue Andrew Tate and his brother civilly. So again, just to make that clear, the Crown declined to prosecute him criminally. And so they said, you know what, we're just going to go after you civilly. And that is the reason that he received a knock on his door and him and his brother are being detained.
So let me just put this out there. There are things that I love about Andrew Tate, and there are things that I hate about him. There are things he says that I totally agree with, and there are many things he says that I think they are just garbage. And like I have said before, right, it's just so with every single person you came across. You can hardly agree with anyone 100%. I don't think it's even possible. There will be things you guys will agree on, and there will be things you guys will disagree about. It's just but normal. Same with Andrew Tate. He is not totally a bad guy, even though some people might think him like that. And he is not totally a good guy. He has his own skeletons in his closet, like every single one of us. We all have. Everyone has their own. We all have. So, seeing all this happening again, seeing him being arrested again, being detained again, makes you wonder how far the UK government will go just to drag him down. And when it comes to the UK government, right, like I have always said before, these so-called Western powers, they are only as democratic as they want to be. They are only as democratic as they choose to be. They become so authoritarian when they want to get something they think is good for them, or when someone challenges them, then you can see how dictatorial they will become. I always make example of Julian Assange and how the UK government plus the US government have decided that they will ruin his life. And they are doing just that. They are doing just that. They have imprisoned him in the UK, and he is fighting his extradition treaty to America. Now, they don't have to extradite him or not. They just have to keep him there and just drag the case for as many years as possible. Even in the US might just bring him in and then drag on with the case for as long as possible. Just make sure that his life is ruined because he is behind bars. How long do you think he can survive the trauma and torture? How long? How long? They just want to break him down. They might not necessarily sentence him to prison. They might just drag along with the case. Just keep the case going for as long as possible. They might just do that. So for you guys out there who might think that these Western countries actually do what they say, actually lead by example, actually follow what they preach, you will be shocked to find out that when their own interest is on the line, democracy take a back seat. When their own interest is on the line, human rights, freedom of speech, freedom of expression, all this fancy philosophy take the back seat. They will become very, very dictatorial. That's what they will become. That's just what they will become. So the case of Andrew Tate doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me at all. Because if they want him, they will get him. If they want him, they will get him. If they want him, they will trump up charges and they will get him. You know, like the saying goes, show me the person and I will show you the crimes. Yeah, show me the person and I will show you the crimes. That is just it. That is just it. Just point to any person and I will bring forth the crimes. But you guys out there, let me hear your take on this ongoing Andrew Tate saga. What do you think the UK government might want from him? And why is the UK government getting involved in this whole thing? Share your thought or an opinion in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. And please don't forget to like this video, share this video, follow our Facebook page, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel because that helps us a lot and we shall ever be grateful to you. So, thank you very much for doing just that. And like always, see you in the next one.